Hello, this is Pam from Down Under Recumbent Trike Ventures. Today, Lea-Anne and I are going to ride down to Nudgee Beach. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes here. It's nearly 4:30 in the morning and we're hoping to get the first sunrise. This is my trike. I've got a light on the front and on the back I've got some flashing lights. I'm about the only one on the highway this morning. I think I passed two cyclists and I thought it was a car coming down the bikeway. Their lights were so bright. A few sound issues on my last couple of videos, so please understand I am working on it and trying to get the sound better. I'm having a bit of trouble with the roadie trying to get the volume higher, so I'm just trying to find out. But if you have any information for me that you can share, that would be greatly appreciated. We're hoping to see some more birds early this morning because it's low tide and you normally see all the wading birds, plus you always see lots of birds earlier in the morning. Now that's the roadie that you just heard, but what I'm talking on now is the microphone on the computer. I've got to be a little bit more careful because I'm holding the camera in one hand, so therefore only using one of the brakes. It's a different feeling riding early in the morning because it's so quiet and still and very peaceful. I like it. It's a very bright light. It's a bit overcast, but the weather says maybe storms around 11 o'clock, but we'll be home before then. Normally out for a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours. The last time Lea-Anne and I rode down here, there were 3 pelicans. We might get a bit of the sunrise. The sky's starting to go a little bit pink. That will be nice. It's a bit of a dull and dreary overcast day today, but it does look pretty when the sun is out, and I've put a couple of pictures of here when the sun was out. I stopped for a couple of minutes here to take a picture of the ibises in the tree. You can see the sky is just starting to get a bit of pink in it. We might get a sunrise after all. This is what it looks on a fine day when the sky is nice and blue. These pictures here were taken last week when Lea-Anne and I rode together, and Lea-Anne had her Christmas finery on her trike. Last week when there was a high tide, I noticed across the road that there was a lot more water in the mangrove area. So I walked across and took some photos, some very nice reflections. Last week, the poinciana tree you can see in this front yard was in full bloom and very brightly coloured, so we took some pictures. It's not so bright today. And coming around the corner, we're coming into the start of the Nudgee Beach residential area. Some of these houses are oldish, but the newer ones are starting to, they're replacing some of the older ones and putting the new ones, which would be worth a pretty penny. What? Yeah, we can. What Lea-Anne means by the mangroves is at the end of this street there's a bush track with a boardwalk which goes through the mangroves and back around in a circle. We're going on a little, what do you call it, boardwalk. I'm not quite sure whether bikes are supposed to be on here, but it's very early in the morning and there shouldn't be too much pedestrian traffic. I've got some really fantastic shots. The last time Lea-Anne and I were here it was high tide, so this is low tide, so it will be interesting. Don't go too fast, I want to get you on the video. Just slow down so I can catch up a bit. Just let me catch up. Okay, gotcha now. All the tangled branches of the mangroves. Totally different to when it's high tide. Here is a small snippet video of when we rode through with high tide last Saturday. The photos that follow are also taken last Saturday when the tide was high tide, and it's remarkably different to what it is now today with low tide. Here we only got eaten by 1,000 Aussies if we stopped. But that's what you get in mangroves. This is nice. So you're going to see a dramatic difference between what it looks like in low tide, which is here, as opposed to what we saw last Saturday when it was high tide. When you sit still, the mozzies hit, but Lea-Anne's more worried about the midgies. Ouch, 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 getting eaten. I've got spray on. Last Saturday it looked like this. It was perfect. It was just so beautiful. And there she goes. She's off. She's zooming. But I've got to be a bit more careful because I'm filming and I'm holding the camera in one hand and steering in the other, and it's not exactly a straight line. I can feel mozzies biting me through my clothes. Savage, they are, savage. We're back out the other end. It's only a really short circuit. We did no harm. We didn't put rubbish, dump rubbish or anything like that. A few spots of rain. I think it's too cloudy for our sunrise, but never mind. The intention was there, and we've got a nice beautiful ride in the cool. I'm not quite sure if my flags are going to hit, so I'm just going to bend them onto the branch. Oh! And then I hit my head. I could have taken the flags off, but it was just easy just to bend them a little bit so I could get under. The sun trying to come out from the clouds up there. Look at the sky. Up. Pretty. That looks nice. Yep, that'll do. We're now going to have our breakfast. We've got some ham, cheese and tomato bread rolls, which we're going to put on the barbecue to warm up and crisp. Here are some of the waterfront views. This is looking out towards Woody Point on the right there. The tide is out here. And there's an egret. And this boat, I think, washed up or run aground. There's the sun starting to come through. We've got a really nice shot here. Of course, you've got to have a trike in the picture. Yours truly. There's Lea-Anne. And the two bikes enjoying the view. There's a bit of a zoomed in view of Shorncliffe. And we've got the moon. So, this morning we are just having a little barbecue. We've got ham, cheese and tomato bread rolls, and yeah, it should be nice. And we're just warming them up through here. And because I've got them in the alfoil, we don't have to worry about dirty barbecues. It was our yummy breakfast. I've also decided to put some shots in here of what it looks like when it's a nice fine day and high tide. You can see out to Redcliffe in that direction there, and that's the Ted Smout Bridge. And one day we were treated to some rowers coming right close to the shore. Always peaceful when you see the pelicans, when it's so still. Always something to see down here. There's a kayaker with a sail, the cormorant in the tree. There's some people where we bring horses down. There was a boat out on the shore. And for those of you who missed Miss Molly, I'll put a little clip in here of her playing in the water. Come on, let's go, come on, this way. Come on, that's it. That's my girl walking in the water. Molly's not normally a water girl, but on this particular day she enjoyed having a bit of a splash. Oh yes, it's exciting, isn't it, eh? It's exciting. This was also taken on another beautiful day when it was high tide. And if you look closely at the tree, the left-hand tree, there's a branch bobbing up and down in the water, and we labelled it that it looked like the Loch Ness Monster. Just see it bobbing up and down there. It was a beautiful day. It was so calm and serene, and we had this was a day we were riding with Penny and Rick. We were just gently lapping in. So this concludes the video. I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you might want to give us a like or subscribe or hit that bell. That way you'll get to see our future videos, or my future videos. And we'll see you on the next video. Thank you again for coming along for the ride.